You know what time it is. It's DCL podcast. The show is live right now. We are going to be discussing door-to-door sales with Colin McCaffrey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for having me on, bro.
Let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
Can you provide a brief overview of what door-to-door sales is, the industry, and the unique challenges and opportunities?
100%, bro. So the door-to-door sales industry is pretty controversial. Growing up, parents are like, oh, don't get the door for the door-to-door guy. This and that. They're trying to sell me some crap. But being on the other side, it's a completely different aspect and just view on it. I'm in solar sales. I work for Solar Pros and Freedom Forever. Solar Pros is Freedom's sales force. We are the largest residential installer for true solar panel ownership across all of the United States. We're in about, I'd say, 40 states across the U.S. Essentially, door-to-door, it consists of appointment setters who go and knock the doors and set the appointments. Those are the main guys on the field that are generating the money, right? They're the main guys that are going out there and starting the sales process, right? Their job's to go out there and give the people an opportunity to get informed by a closer about what the program is. So for us appointment setters, we're not going out there closing a deal right there and then. It's our job just essentially to go up, talk to people, and find homes that can actually qualify, and then give them an opportunity to send in a closer, show them all the numbers and all that kinds of stuff. But yeah, being on the other side is kind of crazy. I never thought I'd be a door-to-door guy, but I love it. People have this big misconception that door-to-door guys are just all going around annoying people, but no, I'm a salesman at heart. I wouldn't be out there knocking doors and closing appointments if I didn't believe in it in my heart. What we're doing with solar is we're getting people away from the utility company, which I believe is a monopoly and a liability. With inflation rolling in these last few years, especially with what's going on in the world, everything's going up in price, just everything. Water, eggs, like electricity, right? That's why we're out there. The main reason why people are going solar is because when they moved into their home, bro, they had one option, and that only option was to go with the one company that provides electricity in the town. What we're doing is giving people that second option that they never had before. We're allowing them to lock in their price of power and just get true ownership of their power. There's a lot to it. I love it, though, with every ounce in me. Every ounce in me, bro.
Yeah, a little bit about door-to-door sales. It's a commission-based job. You have the opportunity to eat what you hunt. Basically, you get what you put in. It can haunt you if you let the rough days get to you, because you do go through a lot of adversity and you do face a lot of challenges, because there are times where you will go through dry weeks. But when you go through those dry weeks, you got to stay optimistic, because those good days will come if you stay consistent, because that's all it's really about with the door-to-door sales. Is it's a hard job. You're going door to door talking to people who probably don't want to be talked to, and you have 5 to 10 seconds to tell them why you're there and how you can help their situation before you get kicked off the doorstep, because I know a lot of people aren't willing to listen or whatever. And you have a company that found a problem. They saw that there's only one electricity provider in the whole town, and we need to do something about that. Solar's growing day by day. We're eventually all going to have to move to solar, because, electricity is not going to be something that is always going to be the most productive or reliable source. The world's starting to move to solar. I know there's tax credits for solar, especially for, in Illinois right now. So definitely solar is a great opportunity to be able to go out and, sell to people, because that's something that is actually going to benefit people in the long run, and you're lowering bills, you're doing something that you believe in, and you're overall helping people. You're not knocking door to door trying to sell
water or something, like you just
Dish Network.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going door to door and you're selling something that you believe in. You're helping people in the process, and you're helping people save money. So that's definitely an opportunity that is going to help you.
100%. Like you were saying earlier, bro, that mindset is the biggest factor on that door-to-door daily basis, bro. A lot of people say it's the hardest job you will ever work, because you face rejection on a daily basis. Like, to put it into perspective, bro, I've had boys that have gotten guns pulled on them. Like my buddy Dalton, he had a gun pulled on him yesterday. A bunch of the boys were out in Texas working last year. They got numerous guns pulled on them, bro. Not me personally, but like just stories. Like, I see a lot of crazy stuff on the doors, but the reason I'm out there is to help those people, and there's a lot of benefits to it. For you door-to-door guys watching, or just you people curious about solar, this is the podcast to tune into, bro. Jamin Speaks. We're gonna be talking about so much stuff that can inform you. Go on. I remember you talking about those tax credits. So yeah, Illinois is the craziest market for solar right now, because we're one of 2 states bro, that offer 2 tax credits, both a federal and a state tax credit. So essentially, bro, what the government's doing, they're paying for you to go solar, right? There's no investment with going solar with our company. Some companies, they pitch leases and they still have control of those rate hikes, and they allow you to buy it like years down the line. But with us, we don't really believe in that. All we do is true panel ownership. So it's a true bill swap. All we're doing is taking the payment that they're giving to the utility company every month and redirecting that into a locked fixed in payment that stays the same as long as they're in the home with no money out of pocket, right? People had this huge misconception that solar is this huge investment that they got to dish all this money into, take a huge loan out for. Like, no, that's not the case. All it is swapping the monthly payment to a payment that's lower and that stays the same, right? Government's covering half of it, half of the system. They're paying for it.
Hey, you sold me. Can we get switched up after this?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. But like that's how it is, bro. And people just have this huge misconception on it.
Yeah.
And our job is to go out there and just provide this info to people, and we have to go out there with some sort of urgency. We have to go out there and invoke some sort of pain and tell them like what they're missing out on. Show them like the rate hikes that are going up. I walk around every day with a slick, laminated slick with a literal mail notice that the whole utility company of Bloomington sent to every person, right, in the mail, is a slick that says they're pushing for another $500 million rate hike across the next couple of years, right? It's proof that they got sent in the mail that the prices are shooting up, right? All our job is to go get them away from the grid and just give them an opportunity to own their own power. Like I said, I wouldn't be out there like selling this stuff if I didn't believe in it. I would never sell anything in my life that I truly didn't believe had any benefit to it. So it's definitely something you guys want to get into, start tuning into. I've met so many awesome people through it. I've had so many good conversations, and that's what keeps me going through the day. For you door-to-door guys who are listening, I'm not a veteran by any means, but I would say, you know, I'm pretty good at my job. You know what I mean? And I've been doing it for some months now. And I've learned a lot through it. But for you door-to-door guys who are listening and watching this, maintaining that mindset, the positive mindset, staying level-headed throughout the whole day and not letting one bad conversation dictate the rest of the day, that's all you got to do, bro, is just stay mentally there. Stay mentally there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With door-to-door sales, it's more than just the money. Like the experience and the skills that you're building while you're doing so is so critical. You're learning communication skills. You're learning how to face rejection door by door. You might go a whole day and you done hit doors for 8 hours and you haven't closed a sale. But it's about the process, and you're constantly improving by doing so. And you're learning to be able to just take the rejection, keep going. And then when you finally get that sale, or you finally get that appointment set, then it's just so rewarding because you put in all that hard work. And I mean, you're just growing day by day, because door-to-door sales is one of those jobs where you're getting an experience that you cannot get anywhere else. Imagine getting rejected by a girl every 5 minutes for 8 hours.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
And then you finally get one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you finally get 2 or 3 straight, or you just have a really good day. And that's the thing about sales, is you just got to really stay consistent and open-minded and know that, hey, I might have had a bad day today, but I'm just going to go home, reflect, and learn and think about what I can do better and learn from my failures and go out on those steps and just do better tomorrow. You keep improving day by day. At the end of the year, you might be one of the top salesmen. We looked at Alex Winters, you know what I mean? He was in our fraternity. He was hanging out with us, and then he went out and he became one of the top salesmen at, you know what I mean, what he's doing.
That kid's making more money than top lawyers. He's making a lot of money, but he's doing what he loves, and he took the risk with this job. It's 100% commission. So it's like you're saying, you eat what you kill. You know what I mean? You get out of it what you put into it. Going into this, I knew I was taking that risk of not making any money. Right? If I was to completely flunk this job, I would make zero money. I don't have any guaranteed money. It's about me going out there, applying myself, and betting on myself to make that money for myself. And people have this misconception that, oh, door-to-door guys don't make shit. Door-to-door guys are the most financially free people I've ever met in my life. You're able to work around your schedule. You get out of it what you put into it, bro. The money's there. Solar's there. We have a need, established need, and established problem for all the people that we're talking to. So it's a big point of curiosity, is that we're just trying to get people curious, bro. Getting people curious is the biggest thing.
For those who say that door-to-door sales, they're broke, they don't make money, Well, the truth about that is there are a lot of people who go into door-to-door sales and don't see any success, but that's because they're not built for it. You got to be built for it. You got to be ready. You got to be consistent. You got to want better. You got to believe in your product. And if you got all that behind you, got all that supporting you, and you get out excited every single day and do what you got to do, just consistently learning, connecting with people, having better conversations, and just enjoying the process. If you can find a way to enjoy your process and try to get better day by day, then there's really nothing stopping you. So door-to-door sales doesn't work for some people, but it works for people who apply themselves.
You got to apply yourself, and you got to be built for it. It's not for everyone, bro. The amount of people I've seen this year leave just because they couldn't do it, it's crazy, bro. Our office we lost a lot of people because they weren't built for it. You know, they weren't able to face that rejection. They weren't able to be persistent, perfect their craft and work on their craft, reflect on what they need to improve on after having a bad day. A big saying that we say in the solar industry is that highs are really high and the lows are really low. Those bad days, they'll get to you. I've had those bad days where I'm just pissed off, bro. I've gotten to the point now where I've had that amount of bad days where I'm like, dude, I got to figure it out. I got to keep my head, put that smile back on my face, go and hit the next door. Every door I knock, I'm like, this is a deal. This is a deal. That's the mindset you have to have, bro.
Manifest it.
You have to manifest it. Literally, walking up to every door, I reflect on the 3 key points that I have to break down to them at that door, reason why I'm there, what they're missing out on, and then the opportunity to speak with an expert about it. It's the only reason I'm there, right? I'm not there to sell them solar. All I'm there for is because I've got the guys coming through, and they're going to sit down with you with a customized design, showing you how it could benefit you. No strings attached, no cost, no nothing. Just giving them an opportunity to learn about it, right? If they see the benefits in it, then they'll go ahead and close that deal. It's a different type of sales industry. It's not like a car where everyone needs a car, you know what I mean? But everyone at some point is going to need solar. Everyone's going to need solar, and especially these people nowadays. Like the hardest people I talk to, I feel like are the older people that just want to stay true and traditional, right? I totally get that. They just want to stick with what they have. They don't want to change anything up. They don't want to do all the paperwork, but you're still able to convince them once you provoke that pain and once you show them what they're missing out on. Once you show them the trends and how much they're going to be paying these next few years, then they're going to be like, damn, bro. Yeah, that boy Alex Winters, I consider him like kind of my mentor in a way, bro. He put me on the map for the solar industry. I'm still learning a lot as I go. I'm kind of new to this stuff still. I'm not a vet by any means, but he's definitely showed me the ropes and following in his footsteps to become financially free, which I'm slowly becoming.
Yeah, and he was in your shoes, 2 years ago? He was a sophomore here with us. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not hard to get out and get where he's at, especially if you have a mentor that's helped guide you and helping you get on the same track that he's on. And it's also good that you're able to, you know, have him, use him as a resource and be able to just learn from him and just soak the knowledge from him. Like,
literally, bro.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Literally, and I'm glad I took this risk too. Like I was debating it, bro. Like
I remember we was talking about it.
Yeah, and I was like, we were talking about it, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, I was literally thinking to myself, like, bro, now's the time where I can F up. Now's the time to take the risk. Who knows what can happen? You know, if I wait 5 years and I have a set job, I'm not gonna have this opportunity. Right? But I can guarantee you, I'm not going to be working a 9 to 5, probably not going to be using my college degree. I'm going to have that college degree as a backup, right? But I'm going to be in the sales industry for until it dies. I can guarantee you I will be selling solar until solar dies out, brother. Unless there's some crazy new stuff that pops up, but yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
So this one's the gig.
This one's the gig, bro. This one's the gig, and that just shows like, hey, don't be afraid to take risks, especially if you're young. Now's the time to do it.
What are some common obstacles that hinder consistency on the doors, and how can they be overcome?
I would say mainly just trying to maintain that level-headed mindset, bro. Just trying to stay in between ear to ear. You know what I mean? You got to stay in between your ears. You stay in your head. You keep that head right, bro. You're going to have a good day. If you tell yourself you're going to have a good day, then you most likely will have a good day. If you walk around with a mopey-ass attitude because you got someone slamming the door in your face telling you they're not interested, bro, what's that going to do to you? You're never going to speak to them again. It means nothing to you. You don't know them. They don't know you. You didn't even get your name out, right? Who cares, bro? Go to the next door. For instance, last week, bro, I knocked the door, bro, got it slammed in my face. To the next door, bro, I had a 20-minute conversation with the lady. She ended up closing the deal, right? Like, that's how it is, bro. You never know. So you have to walk up to each door, knock on that door with a positive mindset, and just be energetic, not crazy energetic, but you have to provoke emotion, bro. You can't just go up there and be like, hey, I'm Colin.
Be charismatic.
Hey, how's it going, miss? How's your day going? You got to make that small talk. You got to build that rapport, because what we say in the industry is that you make a friend, you make a sale. So if you establish that friendship connection on something y'all can both kind of coincide with, you're most likely going to close that deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But besides that, I would just say the other rejection is just Oh, crazy one, bro. I've gotten the cops called on me a decent amount.
Me too.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, I actually did it with Lenny.
Did you?
Yeah, I did it with Lenny for like 3 days, and we got the cops caught on us every single city we went to.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. Especially people now. I had this guy 2 weeks ago, bro. He was a crazy guy. He would follow me around. Like, went up to his door. I knocked on it. Didn't even say a word. He opens the door, pulls out his phone, takes a picture of me. I'm like, hi. And then he just follows me around, bro. He's like, yeah, it's a non-soliciting neighborhood. And I was like, where do you see the non-soliciting sign? I have a work permit to be in this county and work here. Pulled it out, showed it to him. And then I was like, where's the sign, bro? And then he's like, oh, follow me, follow me. Follow him. Guess what he pulls me to, bro? He pulls me to a security camera sign, not even a no soliciting sign. So he was just making that BS up. I was like, dude, that's the most common stuff I see on the doors is people that are inconvenienced by you knocking on their door, which I get to an extent, but like at the end of the day, bro, I'm a human. Worst thing to just say is just, no, I'm not interested. I'll get out of your hair.
Or just ignore me. Don't even open up the door.
Yeah,
What do you open
or
up
just
the door
don't open the door up. You know what I mean? Like, just don't open the door. If you see me, I'll gladly walk away. So these people are kind of creating these problems for themselves. You know what I mean? It's crazy. That just simple rejection. I'll say that's just the main factor, though. Low key, being disciplined to it and just pushing through, powering through the days. It's a great industry, though. Solar Pros, freedom forever. Let's get it, baby.
Sir, yes, sir.
Right.
How do you keep your head high and your hopes up after a rough day or even a rough week on the doors?
Every day's a new day. That's what I tell myself, bro. Like, God put me here for a reason. I mean, I took this opportunity willingly. I'm going to make the most out of it, right? I'm not going to carry on my days after having a bad day because I know a good day's coming, right? I've seen that, right? A lot of my boys, they haven't had too many good weeks, right? They've gotten very few deals closed, if not none. That's taking a toll on them. But one of my boys, bro, he's starting to get deals closed now, 2-3 weeks in. But yeah, it's a slow start. But once you get in the groove and once you trust the process and stick to it, bro, money's going to come your way. The deals will come your way, bro. Literally. And I've been helping them, bro. Like, that's how it is. You got to stay persistent with this job. Literally, you can't let this shit get to you. Because I would say it's mental, bro. Most of this job is mental. All mental.
Yeah, it is.
Literally.
Yeah, just getting better day by day, building up that confidence and being able to get there.
Yes, sir, 100%. For you guys on the doors, all my solar boys, whether you're selling pest control, solar, whatever you're doing, keep a nice mindset in between the years. Don't let anyone ruin your day. If they're not having a bad day, have a good day. So
be comfortable being uncomfortable. You're going to have those moments where you got to be prepared and come up with the counter arguments. You guys have an idea of how to counter, how to combat certain things like, oh, maybe I should talk to my wife about this, or, oh, not today, or, oh, I don't need it, or,
Right.
you know what I mean? You guys know how to combat that.
yeah, big part of it for me during my pitch is establishing that urgency and just establishing why they don't want to go solar if they don't. That's my first objection that I always get, right? Or the first thing I say is like, so have you happened to looking at going that solar route before? And they'll usually give me a reason why, right? They'll say, oh, no, it's too expensive. You know, our neighbor just got it. They had to put a bunch of money into it. Well, I'm like, well, ma'am, lucky for you, there's no investment with us. There's no money out of your pocket. All we're doing is saving you money. You're not spending shit. We see every kind of objection on the door every day. I don't think there's one objection that I haven't seen, literally. The only one I could think of is this guy asked me about a backup generator getting installed after the panels are up. I'm like, dude, I don't know. That's something you could talk to the expert about. But like all the simple stuff on the doors, you're going to say, oh, we're moving soon, too expensive, just not interested, just haven't looked into it, right? And those are simple objections. For some of you solar guys, I'd say if they're moving soon, depending on what company you're with, for our program at Freedom, our program's completely transferable, right? What the solar panels are doing to your home, sir, if you're wanting to move within the next year, I knock on your door, right? You're like, oh, I'm moving, right? I'll be like, sir, I'm glad you said that, right? Good thing about our program is that it's completely transferable to the next person. They just pick up that monthly payment, and what these panels are actually going to do to your home, it's going to bump that home equity up, right? Homes on Zillow are selling for about 11% faster. You want to know why? Because the next people coming into the home know exactly how much they're going to be paying for power, and it's never going to change. You put two houses identical across the street from each other, one with solar, one without. I'm taking the one with solar, no bias, but who knows how much electricity the people on the other side of the street are going to be using. You could buy a house with a $100 bill that's solar or a $400 utility bill. That can fluctuate, and that'll still go up because of inflation.
Also, just having those solar panels on your house increases the home value too.
Yeah, it does. It does to a greater amount than people think, about 5 to 10% actually. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they're selling faster. It's just the future. You know what I mean? Solar's been around a decent amount of time, but it hasn't really started popping off until the past year has been crazy, dude. You guys will See a lot of objection on the doors. Look up Taylor McCarthy. It's one of the main inspirations that I watch every day. He's one of the biggest solar guys in the industry, but he's just so good at just giving people objections. He vlogs and does shorts and all that kind of stuff, and he's like the head of the solar industry. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Perfect your craft, man. Be persistent. Don't get in your head about it.
Yeah, definitely. Try to stay present moment, especially when you're on the doors, stay present, look them in their eyes, show compassion. Don't be too aggressive, but also be confident, speak, be a good communicator, and be ready for those obstacles, be ready for those counter arguments, and stay consistent with it. That's really the most important thing.
Yeah, 100%. One thing I live by and a bunch of guys in our office say is that when we're knocking doors, boys, we have to be the needed, not the needy. If we walk up there talking to them like we need their money, we need their partnership, they're not going to buy, right? If you walk up there with a problem, showing that to the customer and showing them that they need us, then you're more likely to close that deal, build some rapport, and then go out throughout the process.
Yeah, it's like that girl.
Yeah, literally.
Don't make her think that you just need her, you obsess over her. Make her think she needs you.
Yeah, you got to let her know the tiger's got its claws, you know what I mean? You got to play your cards right.
Yeah, let her try to get it.
Yeah, right? Sometimes, even though that's not how they like to be sometimes. That's how they
Never know.
You never know.
Thank you all for tuning in to another great episode with Colin. We're out.
So subscribe to the boy.